some singing. We're ready for the rhythms and melodies of friends who sing together in harmony. Oh, children, are you singing?
We're singing.
Children, are you listening?
We're listening.
Oh, children, are you ready?
We're ready. We're ready.
For the Simply Grand Quigley Band.
We're singing. We're listening. We're ready.
I wonder where that hat went. I just can't seem to find it anywhere. Hey, there it is, way up there. Well, how am I gonna get up there to get it? If I was only taller. Well, let me try this. No, that's not gonna work. Let me see. Hey, I have an idea. Woo! 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 Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! 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 Yee! Up we go! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah! Whoa! Hey, this ought to work. A pole vault. Yeah! Whoa!
So, what do you think, Mr. Quigley?
Your play sounds wonderful.
Yeah?
When will I get to see it?
Oh, pretty soon. This afternoon, we're gonna do a full rehearsal with extra clothes and costumes and everything.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you tell me when the performance is. I wouldn't want to miss
Oh, I will. Don't worry about that.
it. It's nice to see you. Welcome to the music shop. Bubba was just telling me about a play that the kids are putting on today. Would you like to see it with me? It's gonna be fun.
Oh, boy. Oh. Phew.
Whoa, Mr. Quigley, do you usually have little lions in with the sheet music?
Little lions? What do you mean?
Daddy, what a strange place to take a nap.
What's a little lion like you doing in a place like this?
That's the problem, Mr. Quigley. I'm just a little lion. I'm too short.
You're not too short, Daddy. Both your feet reach the ground.
Yeah. Well, see, Mr. Quigley? That's the problem. I'm so short, I can't even get my hat off of that shelf.
Oh, well, Danny, it's no big deal if you're short. Everybody's short at one time.
Yeah, but why me?
You are never, never, never too short. Never too short at all. 'Cause you're never, never, never too short. Never too short to stand tall. No, never too short to stand tall.
Wanna be taller than the bigger kids, even taller than the tallest trees. I wanna see over everybody's head instead of all their short little knees. No walls could ever cause me to stop, 'cause then I could see over the top. If I could be taller than the people would be, always looking up at me.
You are never, never, never too short. Never too short at all. 'Cause you're never, never, never too short. Never too short to stand tall. No, never too short to stand tall.
It doesn't really matter if I'm stocky or thin.
If my legs are short or whether I'm tall.
It doesn't really matter what my color of skin. It doesn't really matter at all.
Matters is the person I see, reflected in the mirror at me. A person who is happy, everyone would agree, can stand up tall for all to see. You are never, short, never too short at all. 'Cause you're never too short, never too short to stand tall. Never too short to stand tall. Never too short to stand up tall.
Come on, you guys. Everybody's waiting for you. You're supposed to already have your costumes on.
Sorry, Spike, but you won't believe what I just went through trying to get my hat off of the shelf.
Really?
It was amazing.
What happened?
Well, it reminds me of the time I rescued a goat off the Rocky Mountain Ridge.
Wow, you rescued a mountain goat?
Yes,
Come on,
I
think
did.
about it.
Man,
was
that's
amazing.
incredible. How did you do it?
High up there.
Sounds to me like Danny is full of stories today.
Sounds to me like he's just full of beads.
Behave yourself, Yuki. Danny is just, how should I say it, trying to get attention, that's all.
Oh.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Yuki.
Hello.
Did you just hear what was going on in there?
Yes, we certainly did.
Well, Grandpa, why do you think that Danny needed to make up such wild stories?
Well, hard to know, but sometimes people make up stories so that others will like them better.
Well, and maybe he's making them up so that he'll like himself better, too.
I still say he's just full of beads.
Yuki, now that is enough.
Sorry, Grandpa.
Well, let's see. What if I told you that this violin would rather be a guitar?
A guitar?
Yes.
But a violin is a beautiful instrument. Why would a violin want to be anything different than a violin?
Well, just listen to the guitar. You can strum it, or you can pick it, and either way, it makes beautiful music.
True, but a violin makes beautiful music, too.
Remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
you'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
when you work and when you play, sometimes you will make mistakes. So when you're put to any test, just do your very best.
Remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You'll feel good inside when you say,
I
like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
Remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
you'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me. You can have a smile inside, and I will always be on your side to cheer you on from start to end. I'm glad to be your friend. Remind yourself to say every day, I like who I am, I'm glad to be me. You'll feel good inside when you say, I like who I am. I like who I am. I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You know, people are like instruments. They each have their own part to play, and they each have their own unique sound.
very true, Mr. Quigley. Think how boring it would be if every instrument in the world sounded like a guitar.
That would be boring.
Hopefully, Danny will learn that he doesn't have to tell so many stories to feel good about himself.
Well, I hope so. Oh, hi, kids.
Quickly,
Oh, hi, guys.
do you want to see what I can do? I've been practicing.
Yes, I'd love to see what you can do. What
I
can you...
can wiggle my ears.
Well, this I've got to see.
Watch closely. They don't move very far.
Okay, let me see. Oh, that's wonderful. That's terrific. I can't watch you all at once. Why don't you sing what I sing? Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Look at me. I am wonderfully and awesomely made from my head to toes. Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Mr. Quigley, I can scrunch my nose.
Look at me. Look at me, look at me. I can scrunch my nose. Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Mr. Quigley, I can cross my eyes.
Look at me. Look at me, look at me. I can cross my eyes. Look at me, look at me. I can scrunch my nose. Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Mr. Quigley, I can jump high.
Look at me. Look at me, look at me. I can jump so high. Look at me, look at me. I can cross my eyes. Look at me, look at me. I can scrunch my nose. Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Mr. Quigley, I can sing loud.
Look at me. Look at me, look at me. I can sing so loud. Look at me, look at me. I can jump so high. Look at me, look at me. I can cross my eyes. Look at me, look at me. I can scrunch my nose. Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Mr. Quigley, I can sing so soft.
Look at me. Look at me, look at me. I can sing so soft. Look at me, look at me. I can sing so loud. Look at me, look at me. I can jump so high. Look at me, look at me. I can cross my eyes. Look at me, look at me. I can scrunch my nose. Look at me, look at me, so it goes. I am wonderfully and awesomely made from my head to toes. Look at me, look at me, so it goes.
Good job. Yes. Oh, that was wonderful singing. Good singing. Yes. Say, everyone, listen to me. Listen to me. Did you know how important you are to God? Let me show you. Each of you has been made to be a one-of-a-kind, a masterpiece. You're like a violin whose beautiful music is like no other instrument.
And then, just as the tunnel was about to cave in, I looked at the three big dogs, and I looked them right in the eyes, and I said, "Okay, pilgrims, listen and listen good. You scram out of here." And they turned around and ran away. Yeah. And then I picked up the there were just two little kittens, and I put the two little kittens on my back, and then I carried them to safety. Yeah.
I never knew you were so brave, Danny.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there, especially when you hopped on the fire truck going full speed.
Oh, I dreadfully doubt it. So, how did you know that the kittens were in the old train tunnel anyway?
Oh, well, I heard their cries for help when I was out helping the mayor look for a place to put the new children's hospital.
No, children's hospital? Oh, you are amazing, Daddy. I thought he was just a regular lion.
Yeah, hey, Danny can do anything, can't you, Danny?
Well,
Show them how you jumped from the top of the treehouse that time in the rainstorm and did 3 flips and landed on your feet. And caught the baby bird who had fallen out of the nest.
Wow.
Yeah, Danny. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, come on, Daddy. Go ahead and jump.
Well,
This isn't nearly as high as the treehouse. I'd like to see this.
Yeah, and do the 3 flips too, okay?
And this time, we won't even make you catch a baby boy. Come on, Danny.
Yeah, come on.
3 flips, huh? Oh, well, all right. I'll show you, but this is a lot different than jumping out of the treehouse in a driving rainstorm.
I just love watching him do amazing things.
Oh, I'd like to see this.
And I'm sure this will be amazing, all right.
Okay, we're ready.
Come on.
Let's see ya.
Oh, boy, it's kind of high up here. Well,
Come on,
okay,
Great.
here goes.
Jump around.
Stop. What are you doing?
Oh, Mr. Quigley, let him jump. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, go ahead, Daddy.
come on,
Show him how you can jump
Yeah,
and
you
do
can
a
do it.
3 flips and land on your feet.
Yeah, right.
Danny, this is a little too dangerous even for a brave little lion. See here.
Maybe we can get him to hold his breath for
Okay.
10 minutes underwater.
grab you.
Like the time when he went into
Okay,
the
just
pond
hold
and
on.
found that sunken pirate ship?
Yeah. Remember? Pirate ship in the pond?
Yeah.
None of this stuff ever happened.
Oh,
How do you know,
true.
Spike? How do you know?
Sure it did, Spike. It's
No,
all
yeah.
true.
I believe him.
Always telling tall tales.
I believe him.
Come on.
Yeah, she ought to know she lives in the same house.
Is my
Oh,
brother
for more
after
reason.
all.
Come on.
No, they're true.
No way.
Danny, you know, you can feel great about yourself, even if these stories aren't true.
Really, Mr. Quigley? Sometimes I feel like I can't do anything well.
He tells so many stories, I can't believe you guys believe him.
Well, he's
Oh,
my
they're
brother.
all true.
Oh, come on.
No, they're true. I believe them.
Remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
Remind yourself to say every day.
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You can have a smile inside, and I will always be on your side to cheer you on from start to end. I'm glad to be your friend.
remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
you'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am. I like who I am. I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
Danny, there are so many reasons why you should feel good about yourself. Like, I've noticed that you're very kind to others.
yeah, and you always make me laugh, even when I don't feel like laughing.
Yeah, and you give me a push when I can't get going on the swing.
yeah. And Daddy, you're my very best friend.
You see, Danny, there are lots of reasons to feel good about yourself.
Well, thank you for saying all those nice things. I guess I don't need to make up stories, do I?
No, because God wants us to love others like we love ourselves. You know, it makes God very happy when you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Because he made you to be a first-class, one-of-a-kind.
Ah.
I am what I am, just how God made me. There's nobody else that I'd rather be. God took a lot of time to make me original, a first class, one of a kind. So I am what I am, I'm the only me.
With
what's this I hear about some big play that you're putting on?
Ooh.
Should we go for it, guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Lights, camera, action!
The story is told of Jesus when he was just passing through a city with many people who wanted to see him too.
A wealthy man named Zacchaeus, a tax collector by trade, had heard of the man named Jesus and joined in the crowd's parade.
Zacchaeus had one big problem. The rest of the crowd was tall. And since he was short, he could not see Jesus from there at all. The truth is that all are welcome as angels in heaven applaud. For everyone who meets Jesus is big in the eyes of God.
Without giving up, Zacchaeus came up with a wonderful plan for him to catch sight of Jesus. Ahead of the crowd he ran. He climbed up the sturdy branches of what was a sycamore tree and waited to take his chances if Jesus he'd get to see. When Jesus walked towards Zacchaeus, he looked up and knew what to do. Zacchaeus, come down here quickly. I want to be friends with you. The truth is that all are welcome as angels in heaven applaud. For everyone who meets Jesus is big in the eyes of God. Zacchaeus then threw a party for Jesus that very day and promised to live for Jesus and honest in every way. The truth is that all are welcome as angels in heaven applaud. For everyone who meets Jesus is big in the eyes of God. Big in the eyes of
Have you ever thought about what you might like to be when you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
Really? What have you thought about, Christy?
I want to be something like a nurse, so that helps with babies.
Oh, that's good. Well, have you thought about anything, Ragini?
Yeah,
What would you like to be?
a doctor.
A doctor? That's great. Have you thought about anything that you would like to be? What would you like to be?
Well, maybe like an ice skater or something.
An ice skater. Oh, that's good. Have you thought about anything, Sajana?
I want to be a scientist.
A scientist. Those are great answers. You know, part of being a healthy kid is learning all the time about how we are made and learning all the things that are around us that God has made. And part of being a healthy kid is learning to love ourselves too, to know that God loves us just the way we are.
Mr. Quigley, can I see you for a minute?
Sure, Bubba. What is it?
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your lunch, but I think there's a problem.
A problem? What kind of problem?
Well, I feel like I'm being a little tattletale.
Well, Bubba, if someone is in trouble or even in danger, you're not being a tattletale.
Oh, good, because I heard Daddy say he was gonna try and fly.
He's not going to try and do a dangerous jump, is he?
Yeah, I think so, Mr. Quigley, and he's at the music shop right now.
Okay, thank you, Bubba.
Okay.
Thank you. Ladies, you're going to have to excuse me, will you?
Daddy!
Danny!
Don't jump!
Danny, don't jump. Please
Don't jump, Daddy!
Oh, hey, you scared me. What, jump from here? What do you think I am, crazy? I'd hurt myself.
You mean you're not gonna try and fly?
Fly? What? You thought No, I'm gonna fly through my chores.
Oh!
Yeah, Mr. Quigley asked me to dust and to straighten up some of this stuff.
Oh, well, Danny, I'm sorry if we scared you, but we thought that maybe you were going to try and act out one of your stories.
Yeah.
No, I like myself better without a bunch of broken bones.
Well, how did you get up there?
Well, with this ladder, of course.
Oh, that's amazing. Why didn't I think of that? Hey, Daddy, can I help you?
Sure, you can grab that book over there, because it goes right up here on this shelf.
Oh, sure, great.
Well, Danny thought that he was too short. Do you ever feel that way? Most kids do. Well, whether you're short or tall, it doesn't make any difference because you're big in the eyes of God.
Well, Yuki, telling stories is just part of growing up. I'm sure there's been a time when I've spun a tale.
Yeah?
Oh, Mr. Quigley,
Oh, hi.
is Danny feeling any better about himself?
Oh, I think so. At least he's not telling stories to just impress other people anymore.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be much happier just being Danny than trying to be someone he's not.
Yeah, kind of like a violin that would rather be a guitar.
Exactly.
Now, Grandpa, can I now?
Oh, all right.
Oh,
You'd
boy.
better hang on, Mr. Quigley.
It's been nice to see you today. Remember, God loves you, and we do too.
Okay, hit it, boys!
Remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
Remind yourself to say every day.
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
You'll feel good inside when you say,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
you can have a smile inside, and I will always be on your side to cheer you on from start to end. I'm glad to be your friend. Remind yourself to say every day,
I like who I am, I'm glad to be me.
you'll feel good inside when you say, I like who I am. I like who I am. I like who I am.